Your turn.
All right, so what we'll do now is we'll make, it's innovative, it's new, it's the first time. We'll make an alcohol-infused ice cream. Is there anybody that can't, besides Ben here, anybody that can't have it?
He's very intelligent.
Okay, then don't have it.
We were talking about intelligent and you walked in.
Yeah.
All right, we'll add a bladder.
So
Who wants to handle this? You're not on your life.
You need to teach Steve. Did you see Steve trying to handle that?
Yeah. All right, so we'll put the 10 quarts right in. And now, of course, you know, when we add sugar to a formula or recipe, Steve likes to blend the sugar prior to putting it in the machine. And I always said to him, as I told you before, the best mixer is right here. So don't bother.
Sugar wears out the blades.
What?
Sugar wears the blades very badly.
Well, let me see. In 10 years, have I replaced the blades? Let me see. How many times? Oh, none. Okay. So now we want to put sugar in because this recipe calls for sugar. Don't write this down.
Sounds like you're talking to God.
Right.
I got it, God.
So we'll start it up, and then we'll add some sugar.
The reason we're not writing it down is because there is no recipe.
No, you can't leave with this recipe.
Oh, okay.
It'll make you too much money.
Ah, I see.
So whatever you do, don't write it down.
Whatever you do, don't write it down. Now there's two different kinds of flavorings that I use. Today I got Tyranny because that's what I brought with me, but also I like the Hartleys. These are pretty good too. And they're just, Snow Cone Man knows about them, they're just simple syrups that you can use to flavor your ice creams. Here's where I get in trouble. No corn syrup.
No corn syrup in?
No. Yeah, good is right. Okay, so let's get the sugar in there. And we're going to add a couple of bottles of cherry. Ben, can you have this? No? No, the ice cream. Of course he can taste it, right? Of course he can. Hi, Steve.
Is there any alcohol
contributing
in the
to the delinquency of a minor?
No.
Okay. And majors, too.
Add a little more of this. I'm not turning around. Is Steve watching?
Yeah, I am watching. It's like watching your grandmother bake. You know, you'll never get the recipe because it's a little of this and a little of that and a smidgen of this.
We'll add a little more of this. Are you writing this down?
He is.
He is? Okay.
What?
Okay, a little more of that.
It's so quiet in here, we should have started with the alcohol first.
And now we'll add a little Amaretto.
Now that's alcohol.
That's alcohol, but it's a liqueur, so don't worry too much about it. It's not like adding
French alcohol.
We'll add a little more sugar. Whoa. Because I tend to like the ice cream sweet and very flavorful. We had a little amaretto.
One of the businesses we put into business was Ben and Jerry's, and there is urban legend. You've probably heard it. And if you put Haagen-Dazs, who we put into business, and Ben and Jerry's side by side, the Ben and Jerry's will always be sweeter. And the urban legend is because Jerry of Ben and Jerry burned out his taste buds doing acid in college. Now, I can't say if that's true, but it makes for an interesting story, and it would make sense, because if you can't taste sweet, you're just going to add more. Now, I'm not saying Jeff burned out his taste buds on acid in college. It's just a similarity. As Jeff always says, if you remember the 60s, you really weren't there.
Yeah, there is.
There sure is. Except for that, I always have the police record to remind me.
Okay, so I guess we're going to be okay here.
How about the refrigeration?
Not yet. Not yet. We got all that sugar to blend.
Oh, that's okay. You forgot to turn it on.
No, not yet. Not yet. Let it mix. I like to let things mix a little. You know, really blend. I like that blend.
Yeah, okay.
Probably add a little more sugar. That's a pound bag. What, did you just get off the boat? That ain't a pound bag.
Did you see what I bought for you, Jeff? I bought a bag of Domino.
I saw that.
To my 15
And
bags
what
of
did I
Publix.
grab?
Yeah, of course. Well, it was for you. We even fight about the brand of sugar. Can you believe that? Sugar is sugar. Don't get them started.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. There's different. I don't even know what that is.
So that's a pulverized sugar powder. So it starts from cane crystal.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
This.
Powdered sugar is
Not what you need.
the 6X.
This is like a rock. That means it's what? It's clumped together. It's like a rock.
Yeah, it doesn't have the chemicals in it to
This
make
doesn't
it.
have any chemicals.
Sure, it's what that's
Pure, premium, pure cane granulated sugar. They can't even put that on here.
Rod, is there a chemical in there to keep it from clotting?
They're the same. They're probably made by the same. Domino probably packs that product.
All right, goodbye.
Pick the wrong side.
It's telling you, it's like.
Except mine costs less.
So here's what you do. You listen to Jeff, you listen to Steve, you want the truth, you come to me.
Or somewhere in between.
I won't go there, you see?
You want to turn on the refrigeration
No,
yet?
not yet. Not yet.
It doesn't need that much blending.
I understand.
He wants to wear the days out.
No, he's just torturing me. We're going to speed things up a little bit because we're running out of time. I'm going to experiment with a flavor I've never made before, lavender ice cream. Never done it. We'll see what it's like. So the first thing I'm going to start with is 4 quarts of mix. Need a bigger container.
Hey, use a big one.
And so while Jeff's is freezing, I'll get mine started freezing.
Now, I didn't know this was a 12-quart machine because the footprint
Hey guys,
is the same on a 12,
maybe you can take it outside and write it down
and a
because
24.
we're teaching.
What? What happened?
I was just telling them that we were teaching and that they could just move it.
I don't see anything important anyway. The footprint on the machine is the same. It looks the same, whether it's a 12, a 20, or a 24. And last time, when we were here in October, he said, hey, great news. I've given you a 24. So great, now I have a 24 to work with. So I presumed I'm still working on a 24, and lo and behold, it's a 12.
Yeah, well, we sent the 24 up to your store.
Right. The 24 was a prototype of a new machine, so he wanted me to experiment with it and test it and kick the tires on it at my store. But I didn't know that was that. So everything we've made has been bogus. Just forget everything you saw today.
Well, it's not all bogus.
And don't even taste it. Remember you tasted forget you tasted it. It was terrible anyway. What did we make?
That good messed up. It's going to be even better.
Tell me about it. You can't mess up. That's what we teach in the class. As a matter of fact, the cream ice recipe, 3-2-1, the Italian ice recipe, 6-4, right? 6-4? 6-4. you can't mess up. I mean, which is 6 quarts of water and 4 pounds of sugar. You can't mess up. Even Sammy, look at that face, right? Even Sammy could make great stuff in the class. Yes.
Is that 321 for the 350?
It's 321 for the world.
I need your help.
What?
For the lavender.
You want to make
Okay, so we're going to start the lavender ice cream. 4 quarts.
Okay.
We're going to start the lavender over here. This is just lavender syrup from France, though I know the Toroni that Jeff uses also makes it. So 2 ingredients, dairy product and lavender.
And we're going to throw chips in.
And chips. I need to get in that freezer.
Okay. You go over there. I'll experiment with this.
You bet.
Like Doritos?
Yes, we love Doritos and ice cream.
How about the top here? What's going on?
You're killing me here.
That was sterilized before I used it. Don't worry.
Or was it still as the night before?
The night before.
Wasn't that a Beatles song, The Night Before?
We said
don't know
our
the-
goodbye
Yeah, they don't know
the
the
night
Beatles,
before.
huh?
No. You know, I asked Ben here, who's 11?
Yeah?
11. Start her up.
Yeah.
Don't freeze it yet. Full speed ahead.
I'm going to do
234.
super premium.
How come? Thicker?
A little thicker.
Okay.
I'm going to lower the air content of this by putting the setting down to super premium. The slower I spin the dasher, the less air it'll put in. This is my invention from, it's 20 years now, and it's exclusive to my company. But it allows one machine to make everything from hard ice cream to gelato to Italian ice to dairy-free. Oh, you want to taste it first? I'm going to put them in right now.
Pour them in.
How much do you want me to pour in? Want me to weigh it? I know.
you think?
He'll throw the whole thing in. It's too much.
Come on, open up.
Save me some.
Okay.
Save me some.
Okay.
I eat them late at night.
Okay.
And look, I'm turning on the refrigeration switch. I don't waste time because I know in the first 2 minutes nothing's going to happen. It's going to get colder, but it's not doing that much freezing.
Okay.
So that all that so-called mixing is happening while I'm working.
Okay. There you go.
I'm all about how fast can I get back to my office and sit on my glass.
And the great thing about having your own place is you watch the 11 o'clock news, 11:30, you're not tired, go make some ice cream. Really, I mean, I do it all the time. It's fun. And you never know what you come up with.
Now, it is fun.
All right, I think we're lavender ice cream. One of the first classes I ever taught, years and years ago, a guy went to Tampa to open up a store. Anybody from the Tampa area? He opened up the Revolution. Okay. He's been on the Today Show. He's been in the national magazines. And when he left my class, he said, I'm gonna make rose petal ice cream and maple beer nut ice cream. And I said, okay, but I think you should have the basic flavors. He said, nah, screw that. And he went, and he's been on national guy now, and he's way ahead of us. We're making lavender ice cream. We never made it before. He's been doing it for 5 years, 6, 7 years.
Now he's in CBD.
Yeah, CBD. Rose petal ice cream, bacon ice cream, beer ice cream. He's way out there. And that's where you got to go. Go there. Don't be afraid. So my hat's off to him. He's a forward thinker. You heard of him, right?
Yeah, he's in Brent. Well, he just moved to Tampa.
Yeah.
And now he has a warehouse.
You could have heard him 5 years ago. He'd turn to me and go, you're going to make what? With what?
Correct.
Avocados? Are you kidding? Or what was the other one? There was another purple. There was a purple one that Paula liked. Ube.
Ube, yeah.
Ube. Everybody ever heard of ube? No. Me neither. It's a yam. That's right. And it's big in Indonesia, and it's purple. It's beautiful, and it makes a interesting ice cream. not one that I would make a second time. But if you're in Indonesia and that part of the world, you would sell ube ice cream the way we sell mint chip. So different tastes for different regions. And
The last
different
class
groups.
I taught, a guy from Iran or Iraq, I don't know. And he
don't
said,
either. They don't know either.
no. And he said, I said, tell me some of the flavors that you're going to go back to your country and try to make. And the one thing his eyes lit up and he said, we have to make saffron. Saffron. So now I'm going to try saffron ice cream. It's very expensive, little, but apparently you don't need a whole lot. But saffron ice cream, I want to try that.
You're going to need a second mortgage on that beach house. That's expensive stuff.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing.
I wonder how much you need.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Maybe February we'll do that. I'll
Okay.
get saffron and we'll figure it out.
Okay. I can get you a discount. It's called safflower, but it sounds like saffron.
All right,
get it for
what
you
are we
wholesale.
making here?
Liquor ice cream.
Cherry amaretto, okay. Cherry amaretto.
Do we have to take more mix out? Or is the alcohol content such that it's never going to freeze?
Oh no, that's fine.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and then the cream ice, that's enough.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Is it?
Can you taste a little?
No.
Like a...
No. Not one drop alcohol.
Because if you have one drop, you'll be on the floor in your office with the bottle.
I didn't say that. No, we have 40 orders ahead of you, but we have inventory on everything. So it depends on the time of year. If you're ordering a machine right now, one of these larger ones, it's going to be 4 weeks. If you're ordering this, about 3 weeks. You get into February or March, we could get up to 6 weeks. But I have assurances from my staff that we will not go beyond 1 day over 6 weeks. So do some pre-planning. My attitude is you've got a set date to get your store open. And you got a lot of variables. You got the tile man who, when you want your tile floor put down, he's in Tahiti for a month on vacation. And you can't move anything in because the tile man's not there. I would rather have your machine ordered and built and paid for and sitting here, and then you call me up and say, we're going to be 3 weeks late. At least I've got it. I don't ever want to have a phone call where you say, you promised the machine on Wednesday, this is Monday, and where is it? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to be 2 more weeks. So I'd rather you delay me than I delay you. So order as early as you can. And
Okay, that's enough. You
Thank
see
you.
the ice build up here?
You had a question. Go ahead.
See the ice buildup? That's in fact due to the alcohol. The machine is working like hell to try to get that alcohol frozen. And as we know, you can't freeze alcohol. But what you can do, hang on. What you can do is suspend alcohol. Everything is made up of molecules. And picture those as little balls, little tiny balls. Everything is made up of molecules, everything. So when you have the cream that you put in the machine, it's all these little balls. They're molecules of cream. Now you add the alcohol. They won't mix, but the cream, the molecules of cream will surround each molecule of alcohol and in effect suspend it within a bubble of cream. And the cream will freeze, so the alcohol molecules in there will get cold enough to make a solid product. And that's the chemistry lesson for today.
Ship overseas. Because I know someone who's
we're in
interested-
172 countries.
I know someone that did an Italian machine. They want to charge him $22,000 where you offer a similar machine for $6,000. And I'm like, in Denmark. And I'm like, it's ridiculous.
We're extremely popular, especially in developing nations. You pick a place like Sri Lanka, they don't need $1 million continuous freezer setup. They only need a plant the size about this with 2 machines. We've been in a lot of countries forever. We're in 172 countries. I just added back in India. We took them out for a lot of years, about 3 years, but I put them back in. The problem in India was it's broken up into about 180 different states, and every state had its own health rules and regulations, which made it impossible to ever, figure out the requirements. They now have it under their federal control, and so it's easier. But we're in places like you've never heard of. The Himalayan Ice Cream Company at the base in Nepal. That's a nice little ice cream parlor. Oh gosh, they're all over the place. There's over 37,800 Emery Thompsons currently running in the world. And that number just keeps growing. We're now the largest, we have been for about 6 years, the largest manufacturer in the world. We slipped out of #1 during the gelato craze, but that's all it was. I mean, the rest of the world loves gelato. A mother walking in with a 9-year-old daughter, the daughter is not pulling on her dress and saying, "Mommy, could I please have tiramisu or fruit of Tabasco or hazelnut?" No, they want mint chip, Oreo cookie, Cookie Monster, Superman. You sell to the public what they want. You can't ram a product down their throat if they don't want it. They just won't come back. And gelato did not fit the U.S. market.
Okay, time to have cherry amaretto
Oh, yippee.
ice cream.
I've got a question for you. Using these 3-gallon tubs for my dipping cart, okay? So, and this is only going to do a gallon and a half at a time. I'm going to do my Italian.
Well, it looks pale pink.
Mix my 3 gallons.
What do I call it?
What do you call it? You know what I call it? Money. You can call it cherry amaretto, but make an asterisk next to it. It has liquor in it.
The amount of liquor is really here nor there, right? I mean,
It's here, no, it's personal taste.
Small one, please.
What? Oh, okay. Oh, you are? Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay, so I can put 5 quarts in a row.
All our machines are rated by
Thank you.
the ice cream has air in it.
Don't forget Mike.
it's over the top, boss. It's actually delicious.
What's that?
That's over the top.
It's pretty good, isn't it?
Yep, even though you got your mix wrong, right?
My what?
Even though you got your mix wrong, right?
No, you can't. You can't. I'm telling you. That's why you're going to have 60 flavors in a week, because you can't go wrong.
That's very good.
What? Oh, right. I get it.
Because the air-cooled machine is going to produce such a big compressor that it's going to hit this room. And water is expensive, sewer is expensive, but it's controlled by your local city. It goes up pennies a year, otherwise the guys won't get reelected. Your electric bill is controlled by what happened last night in Iran and Iraq. As soon as there's a disturbance in the world, the price of oil goes up and your electricity goes up and never comes back down. So over the 40-year lifespan of the machine, even 5 or 10 years, an air-cooled machine is going to cost you more to run than a water-cooled.
And the water cooled more expensive anyway.
No, the water-cooled machines are cheaper than the air-cooled. The air-cooled machine has more moving parts.
Plus, I'm in the air-cooled machine. It's more expensive.
Thousand more. Yeah. No, only air-cooled. Yeah, because the compressor is big. It's 2 horsepower, but it's not going to change the temperature in this room.
I don't know if you need this or not, but I have a question. You're dealing with U.S. power, you're dealing with overseas power.
Yeah, we build to the country.
You have a need for a motor generator set to create 50 cycles.
No, we
40.
we build the machine to the country it's going to.
You missed what I said. When you build the machine, I assume you run them and test them.
Yeah, we have a 50 cycle generator.
Okay, that's why I was asking the question. I have a motor generator, which is electric motor generator for that purpose.
Oh, I see.
Because
No.
we used to use it in RF testing in my facility. We're not using the facility anymore.
Wow.
And I think it's either 15 or 30.
Yeah, we build. No, thank you very much. Yeah, we build a lot of machines for overseas, and most times they're 50 hertz. And it's also a one-wire connection, so the whole machine is different. A 221 wire, one hot and one ground.
I understand that. I understand why. But that's what I'm asking. Because we also did three phase. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yes. Good. Except nobody wrote down the formula.
You don't need to.
Huh?
It's like a wine.
No, it's a liqueur.
No, it's 12.5%.
Eat up. Our last flavor is coming out in another couple of minutes. Oh yeah, no, I'm wrong. Jeff's making one more.
Only if you want.
No, make your cream ice. We got time. I'm done. You know, see, if this was a game, you win by attrition.
Why?
Rod's gone.
Rod's gone.
My batch will be finished soon. I'll be gone. So it'll be all yours. This whole place is all yours. You can tell him anything you want.
Rod was on here. About a year ago, wasn't it?
It was more like 2.5.
Was it? He's changed.
We're on tape. Hey, Mike,
Michael Phillips.
Mike, cut the tape.
I know.
Thank you. Flag it.
So how was that? That was pretty good, wasn't it? I think it was really good. I think I've had about enough for you. Well, we were 3/4 of a bottle short.
Yeah, you put more in.
Oh man!
What?
Wow! Hey, don't
Yeah,
fill up
the
on that
machine is
junk.
only a
This
12 quart.
lavender
I
is going
didn't
to be
know that.
fantastic.
I would have cut the recipe in half. But now I'm going to see if I can juice up the last batch here.
In fact, that lavender is so good, I'm going to tell you all that it was a bomb, and I'm throwing it out, and I'm taking it all home. Wow!
It's good, right?
The lavender?
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Now we're cooking.
So, where is the lavender bottle?
I threw it away.
Did you? Oh, you just use the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
How's it taste?
Oh, it's fabulous. It's unbelievable. Try it right there. Unbelievable.
Great.
It is great. You think the Toroni would be just as good?
Do I think what?
The Toroni would be just as good?
I don't know. You got to try it. But this stuff's good. But
Yeah.
Torani, I haven't come across it.
Should I pull this out?
What? 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
He might just shut a second.
I took the rest of it and I added the rest of the Amaretto. Now I want you to try it.
Okay.
This is what it should taste like. Go ahead.
Yes.
Now we're talking, right? Yeah, yeah.
That's a little kick to it.
Now we're talking.
That's my first time with an adult ice cream.
Oh, really?
Had one.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, I can't really taste.
Well, that's the. See, I didn't know this was a half machine.
All right, folks, we're going to pull the lavender out.
What?
I own a bar as well. That'll work.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Don't forget. Hello in the back corner over there. Hello. We're going to pull the lavender out now. Don't forget to turn off the refrigeration. And let me get a spatula, which I forgot. This flavor is so good, I'm not sure I want to share it.
But you will.
I'm forced to. It's in my contract.
I don't know. Could have used a few more chips, I think.
Maybe.
Ah.
I would have liked a lavender color. I wonder if there's a natural lavender color.
No, it's good that it's this color. Okay, take it away. No, no, take it away. Take your thing away.
Oh. Can you serve it? I'm going to get the last bit out. And come on up and get the lavender.
Never had this before. Lavender chip ice cream.
Does anybody remember what a Yugo was? The Beagle Yugo?
That's not going to work.
They had 6 men building a Yugo in Czechoslovakia, and one day when they would get a door put onto it, they'd all be celebrating and drinking because they got the door on. That's the way I feel. I finally got an odd flavor that's great.